Good morning. We're down here on the coast. We're halfway to Big Sur. Actually, if you look back that way, you may see the point out at Pebble Beach, way up there in the distance. So we're starting here halfway to Big Sur, and there's a little restaurant down here that I looked up, and darn if they aren't closed. Let me see if I see it. No. Yeah, right under us. And that Alan Jack back in the 50s had a steakhouse there, a famous watering hole. The last time I was there, they were doing weddings. They developed that down to where they could have a real nice wedding down in this lower area, the grassy area. Set the chairs out. You look down the coast there, and it was just really beautiful. And that was called Rocky Point Restaurant. But the COVID, I guess, closed it up. And looking right there, going in is Bixby. Now we're going to go down to the Bixby Bridge, but the Palo, Colorado Canyon goes in right here, and we're going to go down there. Some friends of ours from Carmel had a summer home in there where Carmel gets foggy, and you could come down here and it would be nice and warm back in here, and no fog. That was called Palo, Colorado Canyon, going up in there. Right along here. And you get some redwoods down in the hollow there where the road went up. You had to build your own private road up and maintain your own road up to your house. And I need to move the actually I'm going to leave the sun because we're only going to stay in here a minute. Check out some of these houses. Our friends, the Drapers, who own many of the commercial areas, the grandfather bought property in Carmel back when it was really cheap, before when it was just an art colony. He was buying land, so they owned quite a bit of commercial space downtown. Jeannie and Ray Draper. Her maiden name was Leidig. So the Leidigs are quite famous in town. But Ray Draper married Jeannie. He had 2 girls and a boy, 3 kids. We used to have lots of fun. So we'd go to the Palo, Colorado in the summer to get warm, sit by the pool in the sunshine. So this is the next canyon south. And we're going to go down in here, and I got another story to tell you about the guy who's famous for candid camera. The first so-called staged impromptu event, which is now a lot of YouTubes are made the way candid camera used to be made. Anyway, Alan Funt was the guy's name, and he bought a big piece of land off to the right here, big ranch. This road right under us is the old Big Sur Road going back in here, and I don't know how far back in the ranch went, but anyway, and that was not a main road. That where the cars are on there, that was not a main road. Now we have to get down here for a little trick I want to pull, and oh, that's Crow's Nest. No, not Crow's Nest. Hawk's Nest. I forget the names. Going up on the ridge there, and the helicopter would use that as a pad during the Big Sur Marathon. Okay, we're going to go down here. Whee! I wanted to go under the bridge. There we go. Anyway, the entrance to Funt's ranch goes right up the hill there. They show that as main traffic, but that actually goes like that. Now Funt never was able to build his dream home up on the ridge to look at the ocean, so he ended up buying this house right here. And as he gets older and traveling that Highway 1, he ended up buying a nondescript, a modest home in Pebble Beach, California ranch style, I believe, and it was nothing extravagant, and he lived out his years in Pebble Beach. And when he died, they sold the ranch, and they sold, to my knowledge, the property on the coast. The last house I just showed you probably sold in excess of $5 million, and the ranch sold in excess of $10 million, maybe up as much as $15 million. Now this little area right here, this is called the South 40, and I showed a few homes right down in there. Now we're going to move the sun down a little bit. Let's see where we are here. Let's move the sun a little bit out of the way. There we go. So it's not right in our eyes as we go here. I don't know what this little river is here. It says when you cross, there's a little bridge back in there when you go inland to get across that little creek. Okay, now we're gonna do, this is the Big Sur light. They had a lighthouse up there. The Coast Guard maintained it. There was a regular base right there. This is just going to be a touch and go. There we go. Right off the hill. Woo! Gotta move the light again. And we'll move that to the west. There we go. Now we'll be able to see what we're doing here. Oh, had my feet on the rudder. Sometimes you get a little off here, it looks like the airplane's running sideways, but that's just perspective. Have a little button on my yoke that kicks it back in. Moves around a little bit. Usually see some cows out here in the field. And ahead is the Big Sur. And we'll be getting back over to Highway 1. The river, Big Sur River, goes right in here. Right there. And as we go up here into Big Sur, little village, first place of any significance is the River Inn, and it's right on the river, which gets to where it just trickles in the summertime. And you can get your Adirondack chair and sit in the river having your lunch or your adult beverage. I think I did it once with a beer. I don't know that I actually sat in the river. I know I took my shoes off and walked in the river. The water is real cool. Yeah, it was right there. We just went over it. Right there. That's the river end. And on up the way here, got some campgrounds. You see a little bridge going across, and right there, and that's about where the All Saints have their campground, All Saints Church. The school. My son went to the little school, and he goes down camping with my grandson. And Pfeiffer State Park is right up here. Can't go. The Big Sur River goes to the left, back up into the mountains right there, just before that ridge you see up on the left. It goes back in there, and then this is the campgrounds where the Big Sur Marathon starts. You see the road going up, the bridge going up there, and right at the top, or close to the top, is the Big Sur Bakery, where you can get a cappuccino. And then right up on the top of the ridge here is the Post Ranch. Here we'll go. And there's cabins up on the ridge. We might see a few on the way back. I think this area right in here is the Post Ranch right there. And we go right over to this ridge is Ventana. Real fancy. They've got cabins in there, and they've got a restaurant right up there on top, right there. So there's the restaurant. And then as we go back down, we're going to see the famous. Oh, right there. Right. No, that's not it. That's the. I'll look over this way. See if we find. Gonna take a quick look here so we don't miss it. And that is Nepenthe. And we gotta see Nepenthe, the famous ambrosia burger. I don't see it quite there. We may be looking at it right as we're flying right back in here. Yeah, that may be it right up there. I think that's Nepenthe. Yeah, see the parking. And of course they have a great big patio that sits outside. And it's just beautiful. Just beautiful. And I don't know who owns some of these great homes up in here. There's a little subdivision in there. I had a buddy that worked in real estate, lived there. Cliff dwellings. Yeah, back up here is Post Ranch, right up on the ridge up there. I don't know what it costs there. A friend back east that keeps saying she's going to stay there. That's on her bucket list. That's Muggins. So then we go back up here, and where Pfeiffer State Park is, right across the way, is a road that goes down to Pfeiffer Beach, which is right around the corner here. And down that road is Al Jardine, who was a Beach Boy singer. I don't know which singer he was. He was, I think, the shortest guy. Nice guy. That's what I heard. I never got to meet him. Let me get this back to where it looks like we're flying straight. Anyway, he owned a ranch over in there, so it's right around that ridge, and we may be looking just over that little ridge there. How many acres he had? Whether he had 5 acres or 10 acres, but he lived right there, and then that's Pfeiffer Beach. That is that little right after those high areas, right off the nose right there. And then just above that is where Jardine was. So now we're going to cut this and see if we can land on that little patch of land, because that's where my sister used to go out there, and she'd meditate. I think she was going down there about once a month. Of course, that was 100 years ago. I was lining up on the wrong thing here. Here we go. Yeah, we go up here, and then maybe it'll back up. Oh, there we go. I want to back into the water. How close did we get? Oh, we're all right. We're all right. What I want to do is get out here. Get right out here. There we go. There we go. That's your Big Sur Tour. I'll shut up so you can hear the water. Pfeiffer State Beach, and this could be Jardine's property, but his home, and never did see the home. I saw a barn that he had, and there was a party we had where you bring your own food, you share your own food. I forget what that was called, but that was his spot right there. We'll make it sunset. She maybe like to sit here during the sunset. There we go. That might be a little too dark. But if we come around here and put the light on the airplane, with the moon coming up, look back over this way. There we go. Okay, thanks for riding along. See you soon.